Yes, Prime Minister. We'll be right on that. Okay, talk to you later. We're back. No, that's stupid.
No, it's good.
Okay. Hello everybody, it's Graeme from Frontenac Cycle here with another video. We're going to be talking about what's in the bag, what to take with you on a road or mountain bike ride. Let's get into it. The essentials that you want to take with you, whether you're going on a road or a mountain bike ride, are going to be dictated by a few things. Firstly, you do want to check the forecast. 15 degrees and cloud cover is going to be a lot different than 30 degrees and sunny, so you're going to have to plan accordingly. Obviously, on a sunny day, it's really hot, you want more hydration. Keeping yourself hydrated is very important, and you're also probably going to burn a few more calories, so having a little bit more food is a good idea. So when I go for a ride, I like to have a few different options for food. I like something that's a little more natural, so banana, maybe an apple. I prefer banana because it's a little bit easier, it comes with its own packaging. And then something for a boost of energy. Something for a boost of energy, gel, and something for a little bit more sustained energy would be a bar. Been really digging the scratch bars lately. Lots of different flavors, totally delicious, easy to eat. Then for hydration, personally I prefer the insulated bottle because colder liquids just work better for me. And again, if you're going to be on a really hot day, it's going to be more important to have it insulated, keeping it cold. In the bottle, it's usually water for me, but again, Scratch Labs makes a lot of different mixes that you can add in if you're looking for a few more electrolytes. Again, super hot day, sweating, you're going to be losing those minerals. That's important to keep in there. Again, as for sizes of water bottles, they usually come in 500 ml or 750. I'm more of a fan of 2 500 mils as opposed to the 1 750, just because you can mix it up with a water bottle and an electrolyte mix bottle. Of course, the phone is going off right in the middle, so let me just...
Cut.
Frontenac Cycle, Graeme speaking.
Hey Graeme, are you guys open
We're closed right now. I'm actually just filming, on the set filming a YouTube video. All right, Mr. Prime Minister. Yes, we will be able to fix your bike, no problem. Just bring it by tomorrow in the morning. Okay, talk to you later. Bye. And we're back. So, we're also going to be taking a few other things that are common on both road and mountain bike rides, like a spare tube, tire levers that would be able to take your tire off in the event of a flat. We do also have this nifty tool, which is actually from Toe Peak, is a pair of tire levers, and it's also a quick link plier for if you have to make a chain repair on the trail. Handy to have. In addition to the ability to take your tire off, you're going to want to inflate your tire. And so personally, I use a CO2. So CO2 with an inflator is a good idea to have. It's nice and compact. Axiom makes, this is both a regular pump, and the head of the pump can unscrew and screw onto a CO2, making it both CO2 and a pump. So something that's also pretty handy to have if you have multiple flats on a ride, which hopefully that never happens, but it does. Good to be prepared. And then lastly, also the patches. There's the glued type of patch and pre-glued. Pre-glued is I think a little bit easier and preferred. Of course, it only comes in one size, so if you do have a bigger hole, the glued patches do come with a variation of sizes. And then also the tire boot. All of this stuff is very lightweight and easy to stuff into a bag or a jersey pocket, so there's really no reason not to have it. The tire boot is for when you get a big cut in the tire. And then lastly, a good solid multi-tool. You want to make sure that you've checked your bike to know what the Allen keys and Torx wrenches that you're going to need, so to make sure that your multi-tool has those in there. Most of them will have everything you'd need, but it's always good to check. Also, I really like having a chain tool in the multi-tool, or if you feel so inclined, having a chain tool separate is also fine. All right, so a few things that are considered a little bit more specific to road biking would be things like having a daytime running rear light. Obviously, when you're road riding, you are in traffic with cars, and that's the #1 cause of injury for road cyclists, I think, is getting run off the road by a car. So you want to make sure that you're being seen. Something that's in the 50 to 75 lumen is usually recommended, and I prefer having a nice strong strobing light. It's a little bit more noticeable. Also with road riders, I mean, mountain bike riders definitely use seat pouches as well, but road riders tend to use a seat pouch, something that's nice and aerodynamic right behind the seat, won't cause a lot of drag. And there's different sizes. Again, usually with a road rider, you want something small and compact. It's a smaller tube. You don't need as much space usually. And then in terms of your hydration, it's usually going to be in bottles as opposed to CamelBak. And then with the pumps, they do make pumps that are specific to the volume of your tire. And so a road bike has a smaller volume. You can buy a pump that is more specific to that. All right, so let's talk about mountain bikes and what's more specific to that type of riding. Most mountain bike riders do drive to a trailhead, and so with a car you do have a little bit more cargo space, and so you can always bring with you a floor pump for easier pumping. A shock pump is a good thing to have. Checking your shock pressure is really important. A full set of Allen keys and torque wrenches is also important, making sure handlebars and stem is all torqued correctly. And then in addition to that, you're going to want to have a cooler for post-ride. And then most people are running tubeless tires these days on mountain bikes, and so having something that would be able to fill a hole in a tire. Blackburn makes a really handy tool that you can actually, they call them bacon strips, but basically it's a piece of rubber that you can fill into the hole of the tire to prevent your sealant from leaking out. Having a little bit of sealant in your car is also handy. Zip ties, tape, that kind of thing. I mean, that's just, I think in general, pretty handy to have, but certainly at the mountain bike trail, you can find some uses for that. And then in terms of hydration and storing all these things that you're taking with you, mountain bikers tend to wear some type of hydration backpack. CamelBak kind of being the main player in the game, and certainly what we sell and what we use here at the shop. It's just a nice way to be able to hold lots of water, rain jacket, all your tools, spare tube, food, everything like that. It's just super easy to have it all in one spot. Take it with you on your back. The other added bonus of having a backpack while you're mountain biking is if you do crash, not recommended, but if you do crash, it's nice to have a little bit of protection for your back as well. All right, well, I hope you guys found this video useful. It's important to know what to take when you go for a ride. It makes the ride more enjoyable. If you have any more questions about the stuff that we talked about today, hit us up in the comments. We'll be sure to get back to you. See you later.
All right, if you enjoyed that video, make sure to hammer that like button and subscribe because we've got more coming to you. Thank you very much.
So here's a little story about the importance of bringing tools with you. Several years ago, I was making lots of trips over to Big Sandy Bay and was getting a little cavalier with not bringing the essentials. And so one day riding down the last little stretch before Big Sandy Bay, I snapped a chain and no big deal, right? You've got a chain tool. No, I didn't have a chain tool. Big deal. Can't fix a chain without a chain tool. So luckily it's on Wolf Island and people are friendly, and there was a truck that happened to be driving by, picked me up, took me to the ferry, and I was able to walk home. The next weekend, going back to Big Sandy Bay, I remembered. I brought my chain tool with me. So had a nice lovely day on the island, biked back, no problems. Got off the ferry and was biking past where the now K-Rock, or I guess former K-Rock, now Leon Center is, newly built, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw a guy riding by on his bike and just saw his pedals go really quickly all of a sudden. And I was like, oh, that exact same thing happened to me just a week ago. My chain snapped and all of a sudden my pedals went really quickly. So without skipping a beat, pulled over to the side of the road, leaned my bike down, ran across, and just yelled to this complete stranger, like, I can help you, I can fix that. And so the guy, just like totally unsure of what was going on, I don't think he even really realized that he had broken a chain yet, sees this young man running over saying, I can help you. And sure enough, his chain was broken, and I bent down, put it all together, 2 minutes, and was like, have a nice day. And I swear the guy was just gobsmacked, like standing there like, what just happened? I just broke my chain and some guy came over running before he even knew what had happened and was able to fix his chain. I still smile about that story because, like, what are the chances of that happening, really? Anyways, thought you'd like that. Slow clap.